Hello and welcome to my new format, which I decided to call Side by Side. You may have seen a similar comparison of Kia Sportage and Hyundai Tucson, which are basically the same cars, but today we have two seemingly different but yet very similar cars, and this is the Lexus RX 450, RX 450H, H for hybrid, and Mercedes-Benz GLE SUV 350D, D for diesel. Both of these cars have very similar size, similar price. They are both priced at around 100,000 euro with options, of course, and they have similar performance, although the Lexus it definitely excels around the city and because of the hybrid, and the Mercedes is definitely better on the open road, on motorways. Okay, let's start with the Merc. Now, I will be posting reviews of both of these cars separately on the channel. You will see the links here, or maybe you already saw the links because maybe I already published them and you're watching this later. So, Mercedes-Benz, the boot 600 something liters is bigger than in the Lexus because it's got a lot of space underneath the floor. The Lexus doesn't have that because it's a hybrid. Now, this boot cover looks rather cheap for a 100,000 euro car, but at least it retracts. Okay, so place here to store some stuff, a 12-volt socket, these ridiculous hooks that you can hook nothing to, and one normal hook. So this is what it looks like here, and you can't fold the seats from here, by the way, at least not in this version. So let's close the boot. What I don't like about this car is that it doesn't have a separate button to close the tailgate and lock the car entirely. But this one doesn't have comfort access or whatever it is. That's why I have to open it with a key fob, and I will even have to start it with a key fob. Gosh. Okay, the Lexus, other pocket, other key. The Lexus, it does have comfort access, keyless, stop and go and all that, but it also doesn't have that button to lock it when you're closing the boot. Now, the boot does look smaller, but as you will see in the cutaways, it's at least wider. However, it is smaller at 460, I think, liters, and that's because this is all you get under the floor. The rest are batteries. The boot cover looks even more flimsy and cheap, and I thought Mercedes was bad, but this is not something you would expect from a 100 grand car. Again, these silly hooks here, but there is a better one here and the same stuff here. Silly one here, good one here, and a 12-volt socket and a speaker for the optional Mark Levinson stereo, which sounds great, by the way. The Merc has a Harman Kardon stereo and it also sounds pretty good. Now, there are those handles to open, to fold the backrests. Let's do that. Let's do one, and let's shut the boot. And you will see that there is no flat loading surface. So, sorry about that. Let's get in. Okay. Now, remember two things. First of all, I've got about this much of legroom here, and we will compare it with the Merc in a moment. And I've got about this much, about this much headroom here, so we'll also compare that with the Merc. There is a 12-volt socket and some AC vents here. Of course, you can shadow yourself from the outside world. Now, these seats, they slide. I still have just enough legroom here, knee room, but yeah, they slide. What else is there? We've got an armrest with storage and some cup holders. It's generally speaking, it's nice in here. The red upholstery, that's part of the M Sport package. It's an option with the M Sport. You can't F Sport. We're not in a BMW, we're in a Lexus. So it's an F Sport with red trim. Let's go to the Merc so I can show you the back. Now, one thing is worth mentioning also is that the door sills are covered by the actual doors themselves, so you don't get your pants dirty in the winter. Sorry, trousers if you're English, pants if you're American. Cup holders or bottle holders here in the doors. Okay, so off we go to the Merc. They're even about the same height. Okay, so in the Merc, the seats don't move, but you can fold them, and what happened here? You discovered that it's done like in the old hatchbacks. So you have to lift the seat first, and then you can fold the backrest, and then you get flat loading surface. So that's good, and that's probably why you don't get handles to open it from the boot, because you have to fold stuff from here anyway. Sorry, I'm doing everything with holding the camera with one hand, so yeah, let's get in. Okay, so I ask you to remember how much space. See? That's how much space. Over there in the Lexus it was this much, and here I have definitely more knee room. There is also more space for my feet. I can move them easily under the seat, nothing like that in the Lexus. Headroom, whoops, sorry. Headroom a bit more, because I can actually move my fist here. So there is a bit more headroom as well. Let's see, armrest without storage, just 2 cup holders. Okay, let's go to the front, which looks like that, by the way. This is what it looks like, and now I shall go there to show you. Right, we need a key to fire it up. Yeah, the actual key goes there, and here we are. Typical Mercedes layout. Sorry for the AC, it's gonna be a bit noisy, but that's what it looks like. Here is your glove compartment with a lot of folders, so there is actually quite a lot of place in there. Here is the armrest with some Mercedes-Benz tissues and Mercedes smell, and some chip crumbs, 2 USB sockets. There is the whatever driving mode selector, I don't know what it's called in Mercedes speak. I would like this thing to have a bit more haptic feedback, to give me more haptic feedback, because it's too easy to switch between the modes that I don't want. So here they are on the screen: off-road, snow, comfort, sport, and individual. Now you may see the car actually moving up and down. It's because it's got aromatic suspension, so in comfort it will go up, in sport it will go down. Couple of cup holders and a place that used to be an ashtray, and some nice storage there to keep your phone or something. Now there is this Mercedes controller here to control what's happening here on the screen. This is what the sat-nav looks like. Pay attention to that, because I'm going to compare it to the Lexus sat-nav in a moment. This allegedly is supposed to look like something of a boat. If any of you owns a motorboat, a powerboat or something, tell me if this looks like anything you've seen on your boat, because I haven't. Okay, so that's the Merc interior. Yeah, it's all good quality except maybe for the squeaking tablet. Let's go back to the Lexus. By the way, this car, for a bit less than 100 grand, doesn't even have seat memory. But then the Lexus is more expensive. It is at least 15 grand or something. Okay, so back to the Lexus. This one has keyless ignition. That's what the dash looks like. It's like in the Lexus RCF. Unfortunately, this bit doesn't move, which is a shame. Now this thing is very elegant, and you can see this huge tablet here, which still has sat-nav like from Toyota Avensis 2 generations ago in a 100 grand car. Because the rest of it is actually quite nice. You've got laser cut aluminium, which you can sort of replace with wood if you want. There is a 12-volt socket here, a place to charge your phone wirelessly. Yes, there is a wireless, or what do you call it, induction charger here. This is the mode selector, so you can select Eco, Normal, Sport, or Sport Plus. That's what it looks like. Eco, Normal, Sport, or Sport Plus. Go back to Eco, and we've got an armrest where I can store all my stuff. There's also a USB port, 3.5mm socket, a 12-volt socket, but this thing, you can actually remove it, and there's some more storage underneath. Apparently this is where the manual is supposed to be, but it isn't here. So that's what these two cars look like. Very elegant, this very, very elegant and modern. And of course the premium clock. Apparently the clock's sort of regular clock is what makes a car premium. See, this one even has comfortable access, so the seat kind of moves back as I switch the car off. Shut up. Okay, it's gonna beep. It's a car for the Americans, so it reminds me about something. I'm not sure what it reminds me of, but whatever. So there you have it, the Lexus RX. Why are you looking at my feet? There you have it, the Lexus RX 450h and Mercedes-Benz 350 GLE D like diesel. My side-by-side comparison. Click the links to watch these two cars separately, to watch their separate reviews. I'm sure I've already posted them, or I will be posting them soon on my channel, so stay tuned, subscribe and do all that. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time when I get two similar cars in one picture side by side.